Hello, hi everyone.
Hello, everyone. We will start soon in 4 minutes, waiting a little bit more for the rest of the participants to join. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining today Windchill Fundamentals Overview. My name is Juana Pedricu, and I will be your technical instructor for this class today. Well, over here you will be introduced into Windchill PLM Word, learning together in here, what is this PLM system? An introduction to the product lifecycle management, exploring the user interface. So you will be able by yourself into your own training computer to work with the Windchill user interface. Together we will complete some exercises. Related to the data management, this being one of the most important topics that I would like to present today, over here you will learn all the Windchill functionalities. Then learning how to browse and search for information to find your data in Windchill and working with tables. This is my proposal here. My name is Juana and I am located in Bucharest, Romania. My industry is I'm a senior technical instructor for PTC University, but in the past, I used to work in the automotive industry with other PLM systems, also with other CAD authoring tool for a few years. This is about me. Now I will move to the next exercise. This is about setting up your environment. Every Windchill class starts with this exercise, starting the training computer and starting Windchill all in one. Let's see what we have to do over here. You have to work in this portal, class.ptcu.com. You already use it in order to enter the class. On the step number 3, you have access to the student guide. This is a course guide material which will offer you some information, some theoretical stuff, but also the steps of the exercises. You have access into this link 1 year starting today. And if we go back on class.ptcu.com, on step number 4, please make sure that you access here step 4. You have an option to select your region. Choose your country from that list. Choose a region which is closest from where you are located, and then launch the environment. My environment is already launched, so that's why I have this option already to copy paste the URL. This is what exactly you will also do. Work with this like any other URL. Just copy paste, open one tab, go ahead over here and paste and click on desktop. Please click on desktop now because it's going to take 2 minutes for the system to load your environment. I will give you some time now to go ahead and get your training computers. So after clicking on desktop, please let me know. Okay, you can let me know by using this set of reactions with the like reaction. That will show me that some steps from the exercise are done or the entire exercise is completed, okay? So go please with this like reaction after you click on desktop. If you need my help with anything, please let me know. And also during the class, if you have questions, okay, do not hesitate to turn on your microphone and let me know, or go to the chat and type your question, anything. I'm very open to questions if you need my help. Looking back for the questions, if you need my help, I'm right here to help you. Getting your training computer, it's a mandatory step, and completing the exercises is a mandatory step in order to be marked as completed for this class. Well, if you have your training computer, this is exactly how it needs to look like also on your side. So over here, you will work with Windchill in the browser later. But first of all, in order to start some Windchill services, you have to do this. Please go ahead and double click only one time this icon. Start Windchill all in one. Double click. This will not open Windchill. This will open some command prompts on your desktop that will start loading. Please do not close them. Just go and minimize these command prompts and let them load. Minimize. Do not close any of those command prompts, just let them load. And this is all about the exercise 1. If you completed the exercise 1, please go with the like reaction. If you need my help, please let me know. Okay. Then we will start here, and I will go to the introduction into PLM. This first topic will introduce you into the product lifecycle management. And I will start with a definition of Windchill. So Windchill offers breakthrough product lifecycle management capabilities, making data available to more stakeholders within your organization. What we will cover in this section, the basic of PLM, common challenges to the product development, and how PLM is used in the product development lifecycle. Well, why we need in production to work with a specific PLM system? Product lifecycle management. Mostly we have to store data related to the product development, to the manufacturing processes for very, very long time. Windchill, it's actually linked with a specific database. It's working even with Oracle or SQL. And over there, you can store for years, tens of years, data related to the product development, related to the manufacturing processes. So this is one of the reasons. We have to store data into a secured area. Windchill is storing data related to this product development. Another reason is the fact that we have to share the information across multiple departments and different stakeholders. So there are different roles that must access and make modifications to the data related to the product development. Sometimes working globally with multiple plants across the world, we have to share the data across all these stakeholders in multiple departments for your organization. This is another reason that we have to work with a PLM system in order to give the rights only to a specific set of users to work with specific type of data, depending on the point in time. Another reasons, because there are so multiple departments working with the data, because there are different stakeholders, and we have to faster move from the product development to the manufacturing, we have to formalize procedures. With Windchill, you can define product development procedures by allocating to your data specific life cycles. With this, you can define the milestones that your entire process needs to achieve. What type of data we have to store in Windchill, depending on the different life cycles. So let's see over here, first of all, the life cycles, the milestones, the most important milestones that we have to achieve from what it is on the concept to what it is on the service, from what it is virtually existing and what exists physically in real life. Product requirements. So over here, everything starts with some requirements. Requirements of the product that are coming from the client, that are coming from the manufacturing, we have to store them, and based on them, we create the specifications of the product. The product design. From those requirements, we start virtually creating the product. And over here, we talk about CAD models. We use and link with Windchill a specific CAD authoring tool that will save the data, the 3D models, the drawings related to the product. After the design takes shapes, We send this into the manufacturing. Going through specific processes, this results into the final product, the physical product. So the manufacturing is the bridge between what exists virtually and the physical existence of the product. After the product is done and physically existing, this needs to be maintained by the product services. So these are the most important milestones, and for each of them, we generate data. What type of data? Product requirements. Over here, we can discuss about documentation and sketches. Product design, we talk about models, mechanical CAD models, electrical CAD models, software, and an entire engineering bill of material represented by the product structure. Product manufacturing, over here we can also need to work with process plans, with manufacturing bill of materials, representing manufacturing processes, and of course the work instructions for the plants. At the end, product service with service procedures and user manuals. That's why Windchill PLM is considered the data backbone for the product development. Until now, we discussed about the entire process in production, but it's important to understand that with the first 4 classes from PTC University, you will discuss Windchill PDM link. Windchill PDM link is this module of Windchill which is taking care of the product development processes. It's about this, about the product design. With the first 4 courses, with fundamentals overview, with change management, with work class, and the fundamentals of EBOM, you will discuss the PDM link for the product development. With this data that you have to store, create, co-develop, manage, you will be able to link some life cycles that your administrator will choose and allocate. And the transition from one state to another, depending on the company, will happen automatically or will happen based on some manual processes like promotion requests, like the manual action set state. What type of data we will link and discuss during the PDM link processes, parts, requirements, documentation, anything that will define the configuration of the product. Here are the most common product development challenges in companies. Having to work with different data sources, organizing, storing these different data sources, and allowing the right stakeholders to have access to the data on the specific point in time. This is more related to the access control that we can set with Windchill. Reducing the time to market, so going as fast as possible from the requirements, from the design to the manufacturing. Okay, so this is related to Windchill PLM that allows both team, the engineering, the development team, and the manufacturing team to have access, ongoing access to the data, to the same type of data. Globalized product development, being able to allow all the users globally to have access to the same type of information, keeping the integrity of the product data into this collaborative environment, and protecting the intellectual property. Windchill is designed in the same way to be configurable, to be customizable, to fit any business processes. What we will discuss mostly in all Windchill PTC University classes is the default Windchill, how Windchill is configured out of the box. Don't be surprised if in your company you will discover that Windchill is a bit different. So or you will have different type of processes over there. Windchill, it's customizable. It's configurable in order to fit exactly into your enterprise company. Identifying examples of PLM usage for the product life cycles. So over here we have different life cycles. Early stage represented, for example, by um, the moment when we create the concept. Boom management, we have to define over here different variants of the product, and the architect have to store the different variants inside of the PLM system for a long time. Talking about concept and development, the designers that will create the CAD data, the mechanical CAD, the electrical CAD, and the bill of material, and store this inside of Windchill. The design team, the entire design team will easily share the files across uh, um, the entire teams, and Windchill PLM will ensure the fact that nobody without the permission to access the data, to delete the data, or edit the CAD data, for example, being able to do that based on the access control rules and their roles. Manufacturing, related to the manufacturing, over here we can talk about manufacturing and supplier management, the capability of Windchill to also store the sourcing information. Product deployment, talking about the fact that we can create a bill of material, maintaining a manufacturing bill of material for the service used on the product deployment stages. These are some of the examples for each life cycle of using Windchill. All right, this was just an introduction. Maybe you were familiar already with this, but I hope I presented something new for you. Please let me know if you have questions until now. All right. Then we will start exploring the user interface in Windchill. We will discuss in here how to work with this interface that in the beginning will present a welcome message. This is the Windchill logo over here. You will have the access to search for data and browse over here with the navigator. The home page by default will present actually three tables that will display information. You will discover that Windchill is mostly composed from tables. It's important to understand there is no specific graphical user interface for Windchill. You will always access Windchill from the browser. It works with Google Chrome, with Firefox, with Microsoft Edge. It's not going to work with Internet Explorer. With Safari, for example, okay, so you will access Windchill from the browser. The quick links drop-down menu, this is over here. This is a menu that allows you to review and set some of the most important Windchill settings. So you have a list of settings in here related to your calendar, your profile, preferences, and language settings. In addition, there is a help center PTC Learning Connector that allows you to have access to some PTC University tutorials, clipboard where you will find copy and cut it information, import job monitor. This is related to the Excel files that must be imported. WVS Job Monitor, this is about the visualization services. This is mostly related to the administrator. Event management, Windchill is linked with a specific CAD authoring tool. If some error occurs during the work that you will do into your associated CAD authoring tool, like in Creo Parametric, you will see the events in this page. Notebook, in order to save data URLs into your notebook. Augmented reality experience. Okay, if you like, for example, to review some representations of the models in Vuforia, you will work with the augmented reality experience. Software downloads. This is the page that allows you to download and install additional Windchill software like desktop integration and CreaView Lite. There is a class that will continue this one that will present how to work with the software downloads page, and that class is creating and managing work. Email page, in order to send an email directly to a coworker, and copy page that will copy the page that you are currently working with. So, exploring the navigator, I would like to directly review all of this into the exercise. So we will log into Windchill and start navigating the user interface. Let's start. Go please and open your training computer. And open over here Google Chrome. Double click on Chrome. On the favorites bar, top left corner, you will see this Windchill icon. Click on Windchill. And the system will ask you for some credentials. The credentials for today are also on page 20 into your training material. Username aread. I will send this also on chat. Password PTC. This is what all of us will introduce in user aread, password PTC. And then please sign in. You can save this account for later use because this is what we will use for the rest of the class for all the exercises. Please let me know how is this going. Are you connected to Windchill? If you need my help, I'm right here. Okay, Lawrence, so maybe you will have to wait a little bit more and maybe connecting a bit later to this. Okay? Moving forward, what we will see in here, there is a Windchill logo. This cannot be customized. Sometimes the students are asking me if this can be customized in the same way to represent, I don't know, maybe the company logo. No, this is not customizable. It's Windchill logo. Moving forward, you have in here your username. For us, for this exercise, it's a read. On the other hand, we have the search field. How to work with these search fields, we will learn a bit later. Quick links drop-down menu, we already discussed about it. Recently accessed. If you take a look a bit below, you will see this recently accessed drop-down menu that for now it's empty. For you, in real life, this will present all the data, documents, CAD documents, parts, folders, products that you recently worked with. Out of the box, this will store 100 objects. And on the other hand, here we have this navigator that we can expand. Please go to the navigator and click on Expand. A panel will expand and present two tabs: About the search, we will discuss a bit later, and Browse. Browse tab allows you to browse for data in the system. The data in the system, in order to store organized documentation, will present different contexts: product, libraries, and changes. This recently visited will present all the contexts that you recently work with. For us, all of them are empty. A read never worked before with any context. In order to review all of them, for example, all the products, you have to click on recent products and then view all. After clicking view all, the navigator automatically collapses. What if you like to work on the same time with the data from the navigator to browse and with the data from the main page? This is the main page. In that case, you have this option to expand the navigator and pin. Expand, please, the navigator and then pin. This will split our main page in two parts. One presenting navigator information, one presenting main page information. I told you that Windchill is mainly composed from tables. These tables are usually presented into the main page. The only table that will appear into the navigator is after you search for a specific data. So now you can discover also the home page. For the home, you have two options. By working with the navigator, you can click on home and it will send you to the same default tables, and the home from the main page is exactly the same. Now, if you want to remain only with the home page, you have to unpin the navigator. Unpin navigator. About these three tables from the home page, we will discuss just a bit later. For the moment, please take your time and explore yourself this user interface. And let me know, please, with a like reaction when this exercise 2 is done. One more minute, please let me know if you need my help. All right, thank you for feedback. Lorenz, what about your method server now? Very well. Thank you so much. That's very good. Thank you. I just need to know that nobody is behind. So thank you so much. Tailoring the Windchill homepage. Okay, so we discovered that in this homepage, we have right now 3 tables. Actually, after installing Windchill out of the box, these are the tables that will be displayed, a list with the tasks, okay, all the tasks from the system or only the opened ones, some of the tasks depending on what we choose from this pick a view drop-down menu in here. Updates. Updates table will always display all the recently edited and newly created data. And check it out work. About this, we will discuss also a bit later. In order to edit something, edit a document, for example, in this Windchill system, first of all, we have to check out the document. All the data, check it out, will be presented in this table. This is out of the box. But you're not limited to work only with these out of the box 3 tables. You can start customizing your own homepage. And we will learn how to do this with the exercise number 3. Open please your training environment and make sure that you pressed the home page, the home icon, top left corner under the Windchill logo. Home. Vivian, um, I'm not sure. Actually, I never sent the Windchill link. I can send this to you for sure. But in order to access Windchill, you just need to press this icon over here in Chrome. It is the most straightforward way because sometimes in your training environment, the copy paste will not work. So this is how we access Windchill. I will help you. I will access your virtual environment in a moment and help you. Okay. Um, Vivian, are you somehow connected with another account or, oh no, but I see that you don't have the training environment, Vivian. So the first exercise that we previously completed, it's about getting the training computer. So you will not access Windchill in your own computer. We work in here with this training environment that is accessible from class.ptcu.com, step number 4. So the first exercise is about setting your training environment. From step 4 in here, from step number 4, you have to select your region and launch the environment. Get your own URL. Okay, after few seconds, you will be able to copy paste this training computer URL. I cannot share this with you. You will have your own URL. And then by clicking on desktop, all right. So if you access class.ptcu.com, I will try to send this to you on chat. I'm not sure. I hope it's gonna work. This is also into the meeting invitation. You use this in order to enter the class. Over here in step number 4, it's how to enter the class. If you continue with the next steps, you will discover the student guide and how to get connected to the training computer. Okay, please let me know if this is working for you. Hello, Vivian. Do you have access in here to the step number 4 in class.ptcu.com? Are you able to get connected in here? Okay, from the step number 1, please select our today class, Windchill Fundamentals Overview. Go and click on the step 4. Click step 4. Choose your region from that drop-down menu. From that list, choose your region. For example, mine, it's Europe. And you will have a button in here to launch training environment. Right near to the region, there is a button to launch the environment. When you have the training computer URL, copy this to your clipboard. You have to open this URL into your browser. Okay, open one tab in your browser like this, new tab. Paste the URL over there and click on desktop. Is the training environment loading right now in your side? Perfect. It's gonna take only a few more seconds until you will have this type of environment. This is where you will work the exercises. But in order to work the exercises, first of all, you have to start Windchill all-in-one. So make sure that you double click only one time this icon after you have the training computer, start Windchill all-in-one, and let these command prompts load. Do not close them, just minimize them. So starting now, it's gonna take for the method server like 5 minutes to load, okay? I'm sorry, but I cannot wait for the rest of the participants. We are already here on the exercise number 3. And this is related to the exercise number 1. Thank you very much, everyone, for waiting for us. We will move forward with the exercise number 3. So I told you that in these tables, you will be able to review, for example, the specific types of tasks that you select from this drop-down menu. You can review over here all the open tasks. Or if you go into this drop-down, you will review only the accepted ones or closed ones, delegated, open ones, depending on your needs. You can select what type of data to be displayed in these tables. In addition, instead of working with only these three tables, from this Customize, top right corner, Customize, you can start adding more tables related to your environment. Packages, in order to show the packages related to the delivers. Workspaces. And workspace is an interface between Windchill and the associated CAD authoring tool. A list with meetings. Notebook. Start adding all of them into your homepage. All. So after adding all these tables, what you realize that you actually frequently work with updates. And you don't want like every time to scroll in order to, sorry, I've just changed the resolution here. Okay, you don't want like every time to work with this scroll in order to review the updates. Well, you can just drag and drop these titles in here. Drag and drop wherever you feel you like to place the specific tables. For example, I want updates between smart collections and discussions. I just drag and drop updates over here. I'd like the workspace to be the first one in my list. I will drag and drop, okay? So this is what you can do. Okay, Vivian, this is what you have to double click. Start Windchill all in one, the orange one. Or you can move forward and work with these titles as hyperlinks. Just clicking, for example, on the notebook, it will scroll you until you can see the notebook. By clicking on the smart collection, scroll you up until you can review the smart collections. Okay, so this is how you will be able to customize your homepage. Even if the administrator will set a specific homepage, if you go and customize your homepage, what it's set by you, by the user, will override what the administrator is actually setting for everybody else. Please go ahead and complete this exercise number 3 and let me know when this is done. Second, this is not related to a specific profile. As a system administrator, you can set this for all the user. What a user is setting into the user interface from themselves, okay, it will override what is set by the administrator for all the other users. It's not specific to a profile. One more minute, making sure that everybody has the opportunity to complete the exercise. That's correct, Philip. Yes, that is correct. So if you customize this time, next time when you will log in, you will have the same customization in place. Yes, that's correct. Now, an administrator is capable to set a specific homepage for everybody, but as a user, if you go and set your own customized homepage, okay, it will override what the administrator does. And next time when you log in, you will see what you actually customized, not what the administrator customized for you. You're welcome. Vivian, I'm just checking if your training environment is working now. So I am connecting into your training computer. This is me working into your training environment just to make sure that everything works fine. There we go. Everything all right. Okay, so you will be able to go with the next exercises. You're welcome. This is the first knowledge check. I will appreciate your answer on chat. Which menu should you access to select the tables that are visible on your home page? A. Quick links. B. Customize. C. Home. D. Navigator. Thank you so much for the answers. B, it's actually correct. In order to customize your home page, you have to click on this drop-down menu, which is called Customize. Let me show you this one more time. So into your home page, to customize this page, you have to click this drop-down menu, which is called Customize. Thank you. The help. About the help center. Over here, you will be able to review and work with the help directory. Windchill is a very, very huge system. Allows you to customize a lot of preferences, allows you to apply multiple processes. So you will never know everything, okay? It's even myself that I know everything about Windchill. It's so big, so customizable, and you will be able to always learn more from the Windchill Help Center. So do not be afraid anytime when you have to apply something, to do something, to go first and check on this help directory. I will show you how to search in here just a bit later. About Windchill shows you the version and copyright information. Windchill Support Center with a link into Windchill Support. Windchill Communities, this is a forum with multiple Windchill users. Contact Windchill Documentation, sending an email to PTC Documentation. Welcome to Windchill and Quick Start Guide. These are actually two guides related to Windchill and what's new in Windchill will present for you all the Windchill enhancements. How to work with the Help Center in order to learn about the mini information page. In this image, you have the mini information page in Windchill. While you go above to a specific thumbnail, to a specific image in Windchill, you will be presented with this data. This is called mini information page and allows you to review the specific attributes of the card, the specific actions like open in Creole, like open, like copy, view its information page. And this drop-down menu presents navigate thumbnails with where used, where, in which parent assembly this carburetor sub-assembly is used. And what are the components that actually compose the subassembly carburetor? And the associated data, it's called in Windchill related information, and it will present the associated parts, code, changes. How to learn more about this info page with the Help Center. Open, please, your training computer. Click on the top right corner, Quick Links drop-down menu. Click over here on Quick Links and Help. And please access the Windchill Help Center. Into the Windchill Help Center, you will be able also to browse for data. What's new for the Windchill enhancements, about installation and upgrade, about basic administration. There is a lot of browsing methods in here for a new user, how to work with the user interface, Windchill objects, and so on. But in addition, you can also search based on a specific term or phrase. We will search in here for the mini info. Type into the search field mini info. And you will get multiple articles related to these two keywords, mini info. One of them is the mini information pages. And first of all, you will have a definition of the mini info page. Then all the icons from the mini information pages described and the drop-down menu with navigate and related info described. Okay, so you will learn more about Windchill from this mini information pages. After you type something in here, you will also be able to browse for more. For example, now that you learn about mini information, you also need to learn about object types. And you will be able to review a list with multiple object types from Windchill. This is how you can work with the Help Center. Complete, please, the exercise 4. Go with a like reaction when this is done. All right. So if this exercise is done, then we can have a short break now, a 10 minutes break. And I will set a timer of 10 minutes in here to know when exactly to be back. And we will continue after. Is that okay? Very well. Good. See you in 10. Thank you. Hello, welcome back. If you're back and ready, we will continue here. And moving forward, we will discuss how to navigate in products, libraries, and changes. You observed after expanding the navigator, there are some icons in here representing recent products, recent libraries, and the changes. The product and libraries, these are contexts where we have to store data. What type of data we store in each, we will discuss a bit later. But every of these contexts are following a specific template. This template will give a starting point to the product manager, to the library manager to start defining data related to the context. Some details, folder, workspaces, packages, team tasks, change monitor, discussion reports. These are allocated to both contexts, and we will discuss in further details during the exercise. And changes. Changes is a bit different because it will present the changes related to all the specific products and libraries in the system. Issues represented by the problem report, variances, which are the deviations, change requests, change notices, change monitor. These are the two most important type of data that we have to create related to the change management process, and reports. Navigating into this data allows you to review the specific tables into the main page. In order to previously navigate a folder previously accessed, you have to use the breadcrumb trail. It's exactly like in folders in Windows. In order to move back into a folder that is previously accessed, you use the breadcrumb trail and go back. I will show you also this one with the next exercise. The view information page, every type of data that is storable in Windchill will have a specific attributes allocated, and they are visible into the details page under the information page. Over here, you will review more specific information related to the code, related to the part, to the document, drawing, or any other type of Windchill object. This is how the information page looks like, for example, for an assembly. An assembly, it is actually representing a CAD model, which has hierarchically arranged multiple other CAD parts. And you can take the details related to the assembly represented by these attributes, its structure, content, related changes, history. And also this page is customizable. You will be able to add your own customized tab. How to do all of this with the exercise number 5. Over here, you will navigate in products and libraries, and also you will go ahead and review the information page for one data inside of your product. Open, please, the training environment, and I will close the help menu. Go ahead, please, and expand the navigator and pin. Expand and pin navigator. Resize the navigator to be smaller, like this. And click on recent products. And then view all. A-Read has access to 3 products in the system: Chainsaw Documentation, Chainsaw 220 series, and Drill 400 series. The one that we will review right now is this Chainsaw 220 series. Click on this Chainsaw 220 series. Out of the box, when you access a specific product, this will appear under the recent products and under recently visited. And the main page will present the list of folders. One of them is called engineering. Please click on the engineering folder. There are a lot of engineering data in this table, like CAD documents, like the associated parts. If we scroll, we will see an end item, assemblies and sub-assemblies, drawings, okay? So you will learn more about these types of data during the next classes also. What is important to understand right now, how to work with their information page. What is the information page? Is this eye icon. It's available with right-click menu, view information, and it's available over here in this column, view information. Also, the same information page is available if you click on the name of the object. Use one of the methods and view the information page of the Housing Front to 20 CT PRT, first data in the list. This is the cut part. And first of all, you will review its details, including a thumbnail. If you click this thumbnail, it will present for you the representation in Creo view. And it's important to understand that these layouts, visualization and attributes, general, object specific, system, these layouts are customizable. And what attributes are presented, it depends on the system administrator. The system administrator, if takes the decision to customize this details page, you will have a different information page of the objects. Content. As a normal user, you cannot customize this. Content. Presenting the primary content is the CAD model and some representations, annotations from Creo view. Related objects. Over here you will see the associated objects, and we can observe that this CAD part, it's used into the house front to 20 part and has an associated WT part. Changes. We can observe there is a change notice ongoing on this housing front to 20. It means that a change will be applied to this, and the history will display the difference between successive versions. So when a specific CAD part is created in the system, it will take the first version in the sequence A.1. After a modification is done on a new revision, we can review this is increased to B.1. About this, we will also discuss a bit later with the data management topic. And also an option to customize this with new tabs by pressing this plus. You can create a new tab. And from this customize, you can add, for example, collaboration. To review subscriptions, discussions, right-click the newly created tab, rename, and collaboration. When you customize a new tab, this will appear into a gray color. The green ones are actually customized by the administrators and available for everyone who has access to this housing front. The one that you customize as a read will be visible only for a read, none for everyone else. This is about a specific data from a context. It's about the cut housing front from the Chainsaw to 20 series. If you want to go back and review data related to other type of information from the Chainsaw to 20 series engineering, you can use the breadcrumb trail. Click on engineering and you will access again the list with folders and the list with data from the engineering folder. But in addition of folders into one product, into one library, you have other type of data also. Where is that visible? Under the navigator. If you click the Chainsaw to 20 series product on this navigator, you will review in here details. You will review folders, workspaces, plans, packages, teams. Okay, so details, this is referring to the details of the product. Folders, we already seen the list with folders. Workspaces, this interface between Chainsaw to 20 product and data from Creoparametric, for example. Plans, packages for the delivers. We have a team. A team is represented by a specific role and associated participant. For example, for this Chainsaw to 20, there is a specific product manager, which is John Smike. A list with members, a change administrator. Okay, over here we have all the roles and their associated users. A list with tasks. Change monitor, it's an average for each type of change object only for this product. Problem reports, change requests, change notices. Discussions related to this product and reports. The same list of data, it's available also for the libraries. If you move forward and click on libraries, recent libraries, and view all, and click, for example, standard and templates. Okay, if we go and expand standard and templates into the navigator, we will see the same list of data. Details, folder, workspace, packages, team, tasks, and so on. These two contexts, products and libraries, are similar. They are storing data related to the product development. The only difference is the fact that the library will store data that is shared across multiple products. On the other hand, we have the changes. Over here on changes, we can review issues, These are all the problem reports from the system created by me. You choose what type of problem reports to review. Created by me, close to last 90 days, last 30, or customize a new view. Variances, these are deviations. Change requests from the system, change notices from the system, change monitor. This is an average, but this time it's not for a specific product or library. It's for the entire system, or only for my products and libraries, only for my products, only for my libraries. And the reports related to the changes. All right, I think we have a question over there from Philip. Can the recent products in the browse section be cleared? We can clear as administrators what is visible by creating purge jobs in this in recent products. There are also some properties that we can set as an administrators in the system will automatically define some jobs to clear the data over here. But as normal user, none, there is no option to clear this. You're welcome. If there are any other questions for this exercise, please. Let me know when this exercise is done with a like reaction. Thank you very much. Going to the second knowledge check for today. To be honest, this knowledge check, it's a little bit weird, so I will take this just to explain. The entity that provides central location to access details about and perform actions of an object. That's the info page. Okay, from the information page of an object, when you access an object in here, from recently accessed, for example, I will go back to the housing front. From its information page, I can get the details of the related object, cut part, and perform a specific set of actions. This list with available actions depends also on your role and your access control, which is set by the project manager, by the product manager, library manager, or administrator. So the correct answer for this knowledge check is the information page. Data management. So we are here with from my point of view, the most important topic for today, presenting all Windchill functionalities. This is a little bit of theory more than practice. We will have few exercises also on this exercise. So we will learn about domains, objects, relationships, change management process, access control, context, and product structure in Windchill. The key requirements for Windchill. On this page, you have the most four important requirements of Windchill that we can cover actually with Windchill. It's an information storage. Remember that Windchill is the PLM system, that it's storing and protected data, CAD data, documentation, any type of data related to product development for a very, very long time into a specific associated Windchill database that could be Oracle or SQL. Information evolution control. During these life cycles, after we achieve specific milestones, okay, maybe we cannot that easy apply modifications to our data. So imagine that you create an entire product, you have the bill of material, and during the time you made some modifications, all these modifications are kept on track. We can always access the history of the additions with what type of data it was edited, what is the user that edited those specific informations. This is available during the product development, and also after the product development passed and we moved into manufacturing, start the production. We cannot that easy modify that product anymore because it involves the manufacturing, it involves the inventory of the on the system. So we have to optimize the product with a complex change process. You are able to create and formalize this change procedure while keeping the evolution control in the system, while keeping the quality of the product. This is also really important. Access control. Not everybody has the same Windchill user interface. Not everybody has access to the same data in Windchill. If you're not in place, for example, to delete a cut model from Windchill, you will not see that button into the user interface. If you are not in place to work with a specific product in Windchill, you will not have access to that product at all into the system. That's why, based on your role, based on the access control rules, in order to avoid human errors, Windchill is customizable based on the specific point in time and based on the allocated roles. And collaboration. I used to present Windchill as a collaborative environment. You can collaborate internal with coworkers, with discussions, with emails, but also it's an external collaboration more related to the project link for the project managers with partners, with suppliers. And the next slide will present the functional Windchill domains. Data vaulting. I told you that we store data into a specific database, but the database also have a speed limit. And sometimes you will have to store very big sized files. You will ask me how to store into the database an entire assembly with thousands of parts and still be able to download and upload that information quickly. That's because of the vaults. Windchill is storing data, this CAD data, into external storage locations, separate servers that are linked with the Windchill database for the attributes, for the metadata. And this is how we easily upload, download data, big sized files like CAD models, okay, quickly. About documentation, you have no limitation on the documents that you can store as content in Windchill. Here we involve all Microsoft Office files, PowerPoint, Excel, Word documents, but also PDFs, XML. Any electronic file can be stored in Windchill as documentation. Anything that helps describing the product. Multi-CAD. You are not limited to work only with cryoparametric. You can link Windchill with cryoparametric for sure, but also you are able to work with CAD, which is developed with CATIA, with Inventor, with SolidWorks. And based on these visualization services, Windchill is capable to transform any STL, any HTTP, EGS file into a neutral file that it's read in thumbnails, in visualization as a representation. What you see over here in this thumbnail, this is a representation of the CAD model. This is created with the help of the visualization server. Processes. Okay, you can formalize repeatable procedures. Creating repeatable procedures that happens automatically, sending automatically the right tasks to the right users just in time in order to define a rapid process in your system. Product structures. In order to create the product, in order to send everything to the manufacturing, to the ERP, and start the pre-production, the production, we have to formalize bill of materials. Based on these product structures, multiple CAD and parts linked together into an hierarchy, we can define the bill of material of the product, and we can apply a set of these components, a set of changes while keeping the traceability, making changes, additions to the bill of material while keeping the traceability based on the change in configuration. The configuration management is referring to the fact that every Windchill object, a document, a CAD, a part, will automatically have allocated a version. Like in our case over here, for example, B.1. This is a version. This is related to the configuration management. The traceability from one version to another, it's kept based on the changes that are done with the objects, okay? The change management process, this will happen while we move in production, okay? While we cannot anymore to make a change, while the state allocated to the object will not allow us to make the change anymore. About this in further details, we will discuss a bit later. Project management for the project collaboration with external partners, classification, we can have classified data, supplier management, keeping the sourcing data for those components that we buy from the suppliers, manufacturing. For this, there is an entire module, MPM link, related to the manufacturing process management. And with the MPM link, you are actually, you will be able with this to connect the two teams, the development team that is coming from engineering with the manufacturing team that is coming from plant. And this way, you will give access to the manufacturing team earlier into the development of the product. And you will have the manufacturing team and give them the opportunity to influence the development of the product for manufacturability. This is what we are trying to achieve with both PDM link and MPM link. A better cost, a better timing, a better quality of the product by allowing the manufacturing team to influence the product for manufacturability. There is a long discussion about manufacturing. There are actually three classes, three PTC University trainings related to this. And integration, it's referring to the integration with other systems like the ERP, like the MRP system, to start the pre-production and production. For this, we work with an enterprise system integration manager that has to specify everything. And after the data is released, this will automatically be published into the ERP. I know it's a lot in here. Please think about if you have some questions over here, please let me know. I already see some questions from Philip. Is there a thumbnail for non-CAD models as well, office documents, images? Yes, this is possible to create thumbnails also for documentation. These are also called representations, and you will have a preview of your document directly as a thumbnail. I'm not sure if I have any in these folders. Let me check on documentation. Yeah, we have. You see over here, there is a preview of this document, and we can view its info page. It's a Word document which has a preview, and now you can open the representation in Creo View to review this model and make some annotations. So yes, it is possible. Is npm link also used to create work instructions? It's possible to create work instructions in npm link. Yes. All right. If there are any other questions, please let me know. Then we will move in to discuss about objects. Until now, I think you heard me a lot talking about these objects. What are the objects? Data. Every type of data in Windchill is generically called business object or object. Here I am referring to PDM objects like parts, cut documents, documents. These are the most three important objects in PDM link, but not the only ones. A task in Windchill, it's called object. A work instruction in npm link, it's an object, okay? So every data in Windchill is generically called object. The part. This is a special type of object created only for Windchill. In the part has no content. The part it's referencing other type of objects that do store content, like CAD, like document, and facilitate the creation of the product structure and the bill of material. The CAD, a CAD as content will have the associated CAD model. A document as content will have an electronic file. We can also link them together, a part which will be linked with a CAD document in order to be able to start creating the product structure, a part linked with a document with a set of requirements, for example, in order to set the requirements for the product. And also, we can link a part with another part, and we will obtain a product structure. A CAD with another CAD, like an assembly with a PRT, obtaining a CAD structure, and the document to another document having a document structure. About the change management, I would like to present you after we talk about the configuration management. The configuration management is related to the iteration and revision control. How we keep the traceability from one modification to another in Windchill. Well, an administrator is capable to set the versioning scheme. For us, the versioning scheme contains a revision. What is in front of this point, it's the revision. What it's after the point, it's the iteration. When the document, the part, the CAD is created, it will take the first version from the sequence. For us, 8.1, but this is customizable. If you consider that a modification needs to be done to this document, the first action that needs to be applied is a checkout. The checkout will create a working copy. This working copy is visible only for you, the person that wants to modify. Nobody else will have access to review the modifications from the working copy. What everybody else will see is a public copy with read-only access. While you are making the modification to this check it out to the working copy, nobody else will be able to still make a modification. They will have only read access to the first version of the object. For this working copy, considering that you've done your modification and now you want this to be stored in the system and be visible for everyone else, you will apply a check-in and the system will increase automatically the iteration to the next in the sequence iteration, 8.2. And under the History tab, you can review the difference between 8.1 and 8.2. But some of the life cycles will not allow making the modification anymore. With your objects, with your document, you have to allocate a life cycle. The administrator allocates a life cycle. The most simple example of life cycle in work, while we can still modify, but the released state will not allow the modification anymore. If we are on the released state and we cannot modify anymore, we have to apply a revise. A revise will increase the revision and move the state of the object into one that allows modification with checkout and check-in, like moving back from released to in work, the new revision B. How the revision usually happens? It happens usually based on an entire change management process. The problem report. This is a document that can be completed by anyone who would like to suggest a change to report a problem in the product in the document. A change request is the formal request for making the change. A change notice. Over here, someone has to plan how this change will happen and create the new revision. And the change task will implement the change into the new revision. For us, for example, the new revision B. After the audit of the change is done, the new revision B can be transiting from in work to released again. How this process of moving objects from one state to another happens. It could happen manually with promotion requests, with change processes, but also it could happen automatically with workflows. And workflow is a specific administrative object that will send the tasks to the right users from the team, and based on their decisions, the workflow will automatically transit the specific document or any other object from one state to another, from in work to released, for example. And here is an entire example in order to better understand this configuration and change management process. We create this plate, and after creation, it will take the first version 8.1 in work. In the meantime, someone realized that a modification needs to be done on the plate. So we obtain a new iteration 2, 8.2, still in work. In the meantime, the product development milestone comes. And suppose that this milestone asks for all the parts from the product structure to be released. A task is sent to the product manager, for example, to accept the latest version of the plate. If the product manager accepts, this is moved to released. And we have an 8.2 released. At this time, after the milestone passed into the released state, we cannot make any more modifications that easy. We have to optimize the product with an entire change management process usually and create a new revision. And the new revision B will take again the state in work. Is this process clear? Right. About the change management process, there is an out-of-the-box change management process that we are proposing, but starting with the version of Windchill 11.2, this change management process is customizable. For this, in order to learn more about the change management, I will recommend you to take the Windchill Fundamentals Change Management class. I will send you the name on chat. And also, in order to learn more about customization of the change management, there is an administrative class. Access control and change implementation. In a moment, I will send you the name also for this class. Windchill access control and change implementation. There we go. Okay, so anyone else having questions, more questions about this process of change and configuration management? I can see Sunil typing in there, so. Eight point two is still in work over here because we didn't yet reach the milestone. So you can create while the object is still in work. You can define as many additions as needed, okay, with checkout, edit, check-in. But after a specific milestone comes and you move to production, for example, we cannot anymore make those modifications on the same revision. That's why, because we are still over here on place to make changes, we are still on development, for example. All right. Moving forward, we will discuss a little bit about product structure example. Okay, so a product structure may contain sometimes thousands, maybe millions of parts. Imagine that you work in automotive industry and you have to review an entire structure of a car. That's almost impossible, okay? Because the database will need to hold too many parts, too many data at the same time, and it will be impossible for you as an user to find your data in those thousands, millions of parts. That's why we have this option to apply filters. With the filters, you will simplify the entire complex structure in order to review only a portion, the portion that you have to work with, and to review the specific point in time for the parts. For example, to review only the in-work ones. Talking about context, we review the fact that into the navigator there are two different contexts, products and libraries. Okay, so the product, it's a context which will store data, documents, CAD, models, parts related to one deliverable, related to only one product. A library, it's more general. It will store data that is shared across multiple products. Imagine that you produce bicycles, and in your company, you are producing different 10 types of bicycles, okay? All of them, or 5 of them, 6 of them, are sharing the same type of washers and the same bolts. You will store the data related to the washers, related to the bolts, the cut models of them into a library. And when using the cut models, for example, in assemblies, you will take them from the library, not from the product. This is only to simplify the management of the data that needs to be shared across multiple products. This context will follow specific administrative rules that are set by the product manager, library managers. Access control rules. Remember that I told you that that not everybody will have access to the same type of data in Windchill. This depends on the access control rules, and the access control rule will be set by the administrator or by the context manager based on these 5 important elements. Domains. The domain is associated with the context, but the domain is storing rules. The context is storing data, objects. The domain is storing rules that will drive the object inside. Object type. Here we can include what type of object will be affected by my rule. A document, a card, a part. Lifecycle state, defining the point in time. While the specific part, for example, it's on the state released. Actor. The specific user or participant, it could be also a group that will have or not the action, the permission to the data. And the permissions here we can include read, delete, revise, modify. There are a lot of the permissions that we can include in our access control rule. The example in this list, this reviewer can read the test report document which is stored in the real product on the state under review only. This is the rule that we specified. The reviewer will not have access, for example, while the document is released. With the exercise number 6, we will go ahead and discover how to modify an object with checkout and check-in. All right. So let's go ahead Access, please, the folders of the Chainsaw 220 series. Go into the navigator, expand Chainsaw 220 series, and go on folders. And this time, go into documentation folder. Documentation. Please go ahead and search in table. You have this field on your table to search for the specific data and type the keyword main from maintenance. Main. And view the information page of this document. You can observe this document is still in work. It means that we can still make changes with checkout, edit, check-in. So the first step that needs to be done before starting our edition is a checkout. From the Actions drop-down menu, check out. After you check out, we are still on the same version B.1, but the system presents this yellow square representing a working copy that you can modify. In order to modify now, you will go on Actions and Edit. We will not make any addition. Okay, you will not press Edit. You will just press over here on the right side. Suppose that we edited this. In order to make this addition visible, we have now to check in. Actions, check in. Click over here, do not upload file. This allows you to upload the modified document and click OK. So we can observe the new version B.2 this time. And this is also available on history, where you can review the B.1 and the B.2 and also compare the information between them. The system will show you what is the information related, what is the modifications related to the new successive versions. All right, do you have questions on the exercise 6? It is not really possible to do not augment the iteration if there is no change, but if you check out a specific object, for example, I'm going now and check out the same one, check out. Suppose that I start making a modifications on it, okay? But in the meantime, I change my mind. And I realized that it was a mistake and I don't want to make any modifications to this document. What I can do is to undo the checkout. By undoing this checkout, nothing will be modified, including the version. Okay, it's like nothing happens. If you didn't yet check it in, You can undo your checkout if you change your mind in the meantime. But there is no other possibility. If you apply checkout, check-in, the iteration is increased, even no modification is done. All right. Anyone else questions on this? All right. A short reminder of the most important terminologies that we've discussed until now. A product structure, it's a set of multiple parts organized hierarchically. This hierarchy is mandatory to support the creation of the bill of material and the manufacturing. The capability used to manage object maturity. So over here, in order to manage the object maturity, it's referring to the transition from one state to another. We have to allocate in our objects a life cycle, a workflow, and a team template. The access control criteria, the domain, the object type, the role, the state, and the permission. Which Windchill entity's primary function is to store attributes, content, and manage relationships. So generically talking, it's a business object. A business object important functionality is to store attributes, metadata, to store content, and allow to manage relationship between them. C is the correct answer. Characteristics needs to be defined to set up an access control rule. We have to specify the actor. Remember the example with the reviewer. The context is not correct. We do not specify the context to store the rule. The rule is stored by the domain. So B, it's not correct. The object is right. Remember the document type and the domain which will store the rule. So the correct answer in here, A, C, D. With the fourth topic, we will learn in here how to locate, to search and browse for data, but we completed a lot. The third topic, it was very, very important with a lot of new information, so we can have a short break, okay? And we will continue after that with the latest topics in here. 10 minutes if it's okay for you, and we will continue after. Okay, thank you. Welcome back. We will continue here with locate information. Okay. So moving forward, I'm really sorry about this. I've just realized that I've been on mute for a few seconds in here. I apologize about this. So about the locate information, we will start discussing about the search methods. So Windchill provides powerful search tools. There are actually 5 types of search that we can apply in order to investigate, to find our data in context in libraries. So we can find our data by simply browsing, by generating reports and search methods, but also the most important type of method that we will use is the search. The 5 types of searches: a simple search. We will talk about these with the next exercise and slides. The advanced search also a bit later. Faceted search, classification search, these are similar type of searches allowing to simply check some radio buttons into a refined results panel. And the integration search. This is the indexing search, which requires to have installed an index server and store data in collections. Okay, you will store the data in collections and be able to search for the specific keyword inside of the content. Okay, so you will be able to review, for example, the keyword requirements inside of a PDF, inside of a Word document, a CAD model with the integration search. Today we will mostly discuss about the simple search, which allows to type a keyword and select the type of the object to search for. A part, a document, a CAD document, where is that? This is always visible over here. On the top right corner, you will be able to type over here the keyword and select the type of the object from this list. It's very important to type this wildcard. Okay, the wildcard replaces 0 or more characters. You will not remember always the entire name of your document that you search for example. But if you type the keyword that you remember between the wildcards, this wildcard will replace what is in front of the keyword and what is after the keyword. The advanced search is a bit more complex because you will be able, in addition of the keyword and the type of the object, to search into a specific context based on one criteria on multiple combined criterias, and also search for objects that are related to others. We will learn how to do this with the next exercise. And this is the table that you will obtain after applying the search. The search results table is available also under the navigator and will display columns that represent the attributes of the resulted objects. This is the faceted search. In order to apply the faceted search, also the administrator needs to apply some options. First of all, enabling the indexing search, the search facets, and you will need to search based on the specific iteration criteria. After all of them are applied by the administrator, from this refine results panel, you can select by simply checking these boxes what are the criteria to search for. Also, you will have the option to save and manage the searches, save them for the later use, review the search history under the Navigator Search tab. Let's start the exercise number 7 and learning how to apply the search. I will send you the keyword on chat to search for. This is the keyword requirements. Just go over here on the search field, copy paste the keyword requirements, including this wildcard. I will go and maximize the navigator. Please do the same. Drag the navigator to review the entire table. So we can review how many documents we have based on this requirements keyword. Some of them are released, some of them are in work, and they are stored in different type of contexts. Maybe based on this keyword requirements, you cannot easily find the document that you need to work with. What we can do, we can apply the advanced search by clicking on the navigator top left corner, edit search criteria. Edit search criteria. In edit search criteria, you can retype the keyword, you can specify another types of objects, but you can also set a specific context or search based on one criteria. This is what we will do. We will search based on one criteria. Over here, you have the option to search by default for two criterias. Clear one of them. Click on this red X under the number criteria to clear. And on the criteria that remains, instead of name, go to state. Select the state. You will search for all requirement documents under the state released. So from this select drop-down menu, go please and select released. I will go to R and select released. And go to the search button. So instead of that big list with all those requirement documents in work, now I have only the ones that are released, as you can see under the state column. In addition, from this list, you can filter them to review only the ones that are associated with other documents. Edit search criteria one more time. And from the related object search, go please with reference documents template. This template must be created already by the administrator. And under the field name, please type this keyword exactly like it's typed by me on the chat. Proof of concept. Under the reference document name, type proof of concept and search. From that list with 6 documents, we only have 3. But now you will ask me, where is that proof of concept keyword? Go please and review the information page to one of them. It doesn't matter which one. View the info page. If you go and check related objects, you will observe that this Chainsaw 220 design requirement is related as a reference document with Chainsaw 220 proof of concept. So this is how you can search for a specific document which is related to another based on a specific keyword. If for the entire life of this Chainsaw 220 series product, you have to work frequently with these 3 documents, you can simply save this search. Under the navigator on the top right corner, you will see this option, Save this search. You have to apply a name into your search, like released document. Save. And in order to review the saved searches, under the Search and Browse tab in Navigator, you will see Search History and Saved Searches. Where you can review the released document saved search. How is this exercise going on your site? If you need my help, if you have questions, please. Search preferences. Okay, so over here, we have this option also to set some preferences. For example, enables index search for the integration search, enable search facets in order to obtain the refined results table, keyword search behavior, how to determine how the text entered in the keyword is interpreted, global search default type list. For example, in our list right now, in here, there are documents, there are CAD document problem reports. This is something that we can change with the preferences. To review the latest version only and to display or not the thumbnail in search table. This is about searching. Now we will talk about browsing. We already discovered browsing, but there is an exercise that will teach you how to modify this table in order to quickly find information into the engineering table. Let's go and browse this time. Open, please, the training environment. And make sure that for this exercise number 8, you click over here on Browse tab, on the Navigator Browse tab. Please go to the folders. On Chainsaw to 20 series folders. And now go and unpin Navigator. Unpin Navigator. Access the engineering folder. And here you have this option to sort what is visible into the folder content. You can review all the data, only cut, only content, only discussed, only documents, and so on. What I'm going to do, I will sort them to review only the cut, to hide the parts from this table. So go and press over here, cut. So there is no part anymore in this table. But it's still hard for me now to find the data that I would like to work with. So I can sort them. I can sort them by object type indicator, by number, by name, by version. Please go and press this arrow on Sort by Object Type indicator. And group by this field. You see you have the option to sort ascending, but also we have this group by this field. Click on this group by this field. And you will observe that it will group all the assemblies and sub-assemblies. Then it will group all the cut parts. And at the end, you will have the drawings. Now it will become more easier for you to find your data in this table. If you still don't find easier the data, you can work with this search in table. This will not require the wildcard. For example, if you like to search for the carburetor, you will type carb from carburetor without any wildcards. And you will review all the data presenting the carb keyword. But it's a best practice. At the end, after you finish sorting your table, to go over here on the folder contents drop-down menu and click all. This best practice is created in order to show always all the data after you find in the system what is needed, because otherwise you will forget about what it said in here and you will consider that what you have is not visible anymore in here. This is for the exercise number 8. Take your time, practice that, and let me know when it's done. Okay. Knowledge check number 5, what are the storage representations in Windchill? Categories, hierarchies, context, criteria. The storage representation where we store data in Windchill, we generically call them contexts. Product library context for PDM link. So the correct one is C. Next topic is about investigating tables. So here we will become familiar with the tools in the table view and how to work with columns to sort them. We observed that in our tables, there is also a list with available actions. Creating a new document, creating a new part, a new change request, a new review, and an actions drop-down menu. Well, these actions depend also on our role and on our access control rules. How to sort the tables we discovered with the previous exercise to sort ascending, sort descending, group by this field. Locking a row into the column into the system, it's like locking in Excel. You will be able to scroll, but this column will still remain locked. And also you will learn here with the exercise number 9 how to customize your own view. With this exercise 9, you will create a dedicated table view in order to quickly review all the in-work CAD documents. Going in this table, go and access the drop-down menu under the folder Contents. And please click over here on Customize. Scroll down and Customize. You have this option, New View. Please click on this yellow star to create a new view. First of all, you have to define the name that your new view will take. I will send you the name on chat. It's all working CAD documents. Moving next, we have to set the object type involved. I will go deselect everything and select only CAD document. Moving next, we have to set filters. And there are two filters that we have to set in here. Sorry, only one this time, the state. So go into the criteria and please select state. State and add. And the state that we will select from the value, it's in work. In work state. Go please next. What columns to have displayed in our new view? So in addition of name and object type indicator, we will also have last modified. So from these available columns, please select last modified. Press Ctrl on your keyboard, modified by. With Ctrl pressed, select also state. and version. Then click on Add. And press Next. Next, we have to set the sorting, and we will sort ascending by name. Click please on Finish. Click OK and OK one more time. And instead of all, let's apply all working cut documents. This is exactly the view that we generated with name, column, object type, last modified, modified by, state, and version. And we can observe there are two cut documents on the state in work. This is how you can customize your own table view. Questions? Knowledge check number 6. Here, this is a knowledge check is just to remind you a little bit all the steps that we have to do in order to customize our own view. Open the folder content, select the new view icon, select the customize from the pick a view list, follow the steps in the wizard, refresh the window. What we have to do, open the folder first, then select to customize from the pick a view list. After that, select the new view icon, follow the steps and refresh the window. The correct is ECDBA. The Windchill Product Lifecycle Management System is the backbone, organizes, supports creation, provides storage, and gives access to the data created through the product lifecycle. Conclusions for today. So today you were introduced into the Windchill PLM world. At the beginning, we've discussed about the PLM system in general and how Windchill help with the challenges that we face in our product development. Then we start discovering the user interface and learn how to work with this user interface, how to manage the data in Windchill. We've discussed over here about the most important functionalities of Windchill. And at the end, we learned how to locate data by searching and browsing. I wanted to save some minutes for the Q&A session. If you have questions, please. I'm just waiting for your questions on chat, or you can just turn on your microphones. Please let me know. The certification exam, Philip, will be done for the entire Windchill Fundamentals class, okay? So you have to complete all 4 fundamentals classes and then go to and take the certification. If you have questions about the certifications, do not hesitate to send an email to Training Central. Perfect. All right, then. So we can close the class in here. If you don't have any other questions, I just want to thank you very much for being today here with me. Hope this was a good class for you and hope we will see each other soon with other classes. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.